Today we're going to do some probability experiments. So theoretical probability is what should happen according to math. Experimental probability is what happens when you experiment. So here's an example. We have this spinner, and there are 3 colors on the spinner. So the theoretical probability of a spinner landing on red would be 1/3 because one of these 3 colors is red. To make that a decimal, we're going to do 1 divided by 3. So I'm going to get the calculator here. 1 divided by 3. So 0 and 3 repeating. I'm just going to do 3 digits after the decimal. To create a percent, you're going to take that decimal and you can move it 2 to the right. Once would bring it after that 3. The second time would be after this 3. So we're just going to round to 33%. All right. So 33% of the time, if I keep on spinning the spinner, I should get red. Okay. So now I'm going to spin the spinner. If I click here and click the link, I get a spinner. All right, I'm going to click and see what I get. All right, so here's the little spinner thing, but it also tells you the color. So I got white. So I did not get red. So I'm going to add a tally here. Above the enter button, there's like a slash, but if you do shift and that slash, you get a little tally. So I'm going to keep on going back and forth to the spinner, into my table, and I'm going to make some tallies for what I get. For the sake of time, I did that ahead of time. Here is a summary of my results. However, it is somehow missing this line and this line. Not sure why those just disappeared. So I got 4 reds out of my 15 total spins. Okay, to make that a decimal, I'm going to do 4 divided by 15. All right, so 0.2 and then 6 repeating. Let's see. 0.2, 6 repeating. If I move the decimal, I'd move it once, twice to get 26%. But because that next digit is 5 or higher, I'm going to add on 1 and round it up. So it would be 27%. All right. So in theory, we should get red 33% of the time. When I did the experiment, I got red 27% of the time. So it says, how does the theoretical probability compare to the experimental probability? So this will be kind of like in your own opinion. How does 33% compare to 27? Okay, so I'm going to say, in my opinion, I got red less than what was expected, but it was still pretty close. Technically, it was about 6% lower. So it's still pretty close. So you're going to interpret what happens. Okay. So this next one, same type of thing. Figure out what fraction of the spinner is green. Convert it to a percent. Then spin this spinner. Figure out how many of them actually ended up being green. Get your percent and compare. Okay, there's also one for flipping a coin. Keep in mind there's 2 sides on a coin, so how many of them are tails? So this one we're going for tails. And then a dice. And then again, if you just like click on each of these pictures, it takes you to a link to like do these activities. So again, figure out the fraction here of rolling a 1. And then experiment, see what happens. It's always going to tell you how many times you should do it for. And then compare the results to see what happens.